guys, welcome to the weekly Docket. This week we have cases in Wisconsin with a Daryl Brooks update, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Idaho. Let's start in Wisconsin with Daryl Brooks. He was in court today for a status conference for all of his remaining charges. As I discussed in a previous video, those have been consolidated on two of the cases, and then the shooting case is separate. So the Erica cases are all together and the shooting case is separate. Well, the only surprising thing to happen was the motion to withdraw by his counsel due to his desire to self-represent has been withdrawn. So no propane pro se at this point. He's going forward with his appointed counsel on all the cases.
They're going forward.
After speaking with Mr. Brooks, he would like to set this for a trial, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's look for a trial and final pretrial date. Anything else we need to talk about this afternoon, Mr. Hampton Rakestraw? Mr. Core?
No, thank you.
All right, Mr. Brooks, good luck to you. Try and stay safe. Try and make good decisions. We'll see you June 5th, 9 o'clock for final pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the cases involving Erica are set for a final pretrial conference on May 23rd and a trial of June 26th. The case involved a shooting at the relatives, his final pretrial conference of June 5th, and trial on July 10th. Brooks was rolled in and rolled out, and we'll see what happens next. In Idaho, there's some good news for Lori Vallow as she readies for trial. The judge has decided to take the death penalty off the table. Last time I mentioned some of the arguments by the defense for this, but the judge decided to focus on the justification being a sanction against the state for all the late discovery coming so close to trial and past some of the deadlines. As we've also discussed, executions in Idaho have been stymied by the inability to obtain the combination of drugs they use for lethal injection. That's the only method of execution they have. They're changing that with a soon-to-be law to allow firing squads. Note the legislation purports to apply to a death sentence whenever it was handed down. Now, I said that type of execution would be unlikely. There's 4 states that have it, and there's legal challenges, but this would be new for Idaho. I still stand by that due to the certain legal challenges and delays that would follow passage of this legislation. But I do admit it is certainly less unlikely now, and this is news at least some people will have a special interest in. In South Carolina, Alec Murdaugh continues to prove that if there is one thing he's sincere about, it's his insincerity. After admitting on the stand bilking clients of all types, from widows and children to paralyzed victims of millions of dollars, he's asking the receiver in charge of his assets to release additional funds for his appeal at $500 an hour. Generally, as a normal person, when you owe more than you're worth, you get the state-appointed lawyer. That's what they're there for. And he could. Hell, he could do it himself. What else has he got to do? But here he has the gall to argue to the receiver that the money that has been withdrawn from his 401k account is untainted, innocent. And so he should be able to spend it instead of it being used for the victims he stole money from. That $600,000 was already allocated and spent on his defense. He wants to put his hand back in the cookie jar and get $160,000 more. Part of his argument, and not lying, is that this really helps the state because it saves the state money having to pay a public attorney for his indigent appeal. Yeah, thanks for the concern. If there's one thing you are, it's a good citizen and steward of other people's money. Now, no doubt there's a galaxy brain who imagines Murdaugh's ability to lay back money in his retirement account while using stolen money to pay his current expenses makes that money magically untainted. But hopefully the receiver has an IQ safely above mid-double digits. But let's wrap it up with something a little closer to home here in North Carolina. When you've got an active crime scene and a police standoff, you expect to see uniformed officers, tactical teams, maybe a negotiator, some medical first responders, and of course, Amazon Prime. Check out this bro goes right through the police cordon to deliver this package. He's got the Amazon Prime vest on, so that makes him authorized personnel, baby. These dudes are like Jason Bourne. When the mission shows up on their tablet, they go execute regardless of the dangers. If Osama bin Laden had ordered some batteries, a t-shirt, and an Alexa with one-day delivery, some dude would have put the vest on, inserted into the combat zone, plopped that box down in front of the cave within 24 hours, taken a picture of it to prove it, and been on to the next delivery to earn his 1 minute daily bathroom break. Look at this dude just walking away stone cold after getting that package signed for by the police. Well, that's it. Thanks.